50 years is indeed a long journey, and Meghalaya has seen it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Going forward, all we can do is learn from past mistakes to create a better future and to ensure that the legacy of the Hill State movement is kept alive and intact. We spoke to a few youths and young achievers to get their views on the state's journey so far and the Meghalaya of their dreams. And this is what they have to say.
Within my lifetime of what I have seen and what I am seeing is a budding state. And it's quite contradicting to the fact that it's turning 50 years now. It's been budding since 1972 and it's still budding now at 2022. We, the citizens and the authorities, are Meghalaya's, are the state's parents, but we do not seem to take care of it as we would have taken care of our own children. However, the way forward is simple and yet as hard. The only way forward to this does not lie specifically in anyone or anything, but it lies in me. An individual step by a million is the only solution.
As a young achiever in the field of sports, in the last 50 years, Meghalaya just got recently Meghalaya Sport Policy 2019 and Meghalaya Youth Policy 2021. We hope that this year will bring small happiness and prosperity to each and every youth as well sport person of our state, that these two policies will start implement from this year onwards as a gift towards the youth of our state, especially like sports job quota, cash incentive award for national and international medalists, also to focus our youth for their requirements in the field of education, health and well-being, skill development, employment, entrepreneurship and so on. I wish with these two policies in the next 25 years, Meghalaya will be flourish in terms of youth empowerment, also will produce many Olympic champions, Commonwealth champions, Asian Game champions. Youth are the future of our generation. If we have a healthy youth, we have a healthy society and a healthy future generation.
As a state, I think we already have what we need, except McDonald's, of course, no pun intended. I think we have better roads now, better internet connectivity. We have gyms, we have so many cafes, we have so many tourist spots, amazing photographers, so many musicians, event planners, and etc. etc. What I look forward to for my state now is to improve or on the quality of whatever we have and just cut traffic and COVID. Happy Meghalaya Day.
Meghalaya is popularly known as the abode of clouds, and that's where I hope Meghalaya to be. On the top, always. I want Meghalaya to excel in all fields, and I wish that Meghalaya becomes the tourism capital of India and the face of Northeast. I want the world to see Meghalaya through the windows of a toy train whistling all the way from Guwahati. I want the world to see Meghalaya's rich cultural heritage, and that's why I am writing a book on it. Well, due to my father's responsible job, I move out of Meghalaya someday. So, you can take me out of Meghalaya, but you cannot take Meghalaya out of me. Love you, Meghalaya. Khublai.
Hi, this is Joel Kindia from Fridays for Future Shillong. 50 years of statehood is definitely a cause for celebration, but as redundant as it sounds, it is also a period for reflection and retrospection. As young people in our 20s, it may be argued that there is very little for us to retrospect, but I beg to differ. To progress forward as a state with better governance, public policy, and sustainability. It's important that we learn from our past mistakes and also imbibe the vision of our hill state leaders. It is also imperative that we adopt greener alternatives in place of our present extractive industries and also push for greater financial accountability.
As we celebrate 50 years of Meghalaya, there are many aspirations that haven't been met. No doubt, as a state, there's so much avenues that are left to be explored, so much development that's not yet achieved, be it in the education sector, health sector, or even in job creations, or even very simple as road development. But we must feel proud of this moment in remembrance of the various Hill State leaders that has given their all, that have fought, those volunteers, Hill State volunteers. As how we move as a state ahead, we put in better aspirations and we forge ahead and we move ahead and we create paths as well as pathways for others who would come after us for a better Meghalaya, for a better state.
Yeah, apart from football, we don't get anything in other sports like snooker and billiards. I hope this new year brings lots of good players for Meghalaya, and we can compete in national levels, bring some medals,
Meghalaya has a lot to live up to its 50-year celebration. If we are to look back 50 years ago, our state achieving its autonomy and eventually its own statehood gives us the chance to focus on our own people, our cultural identity, and our strengths. However, the past few years have been quite stressful for our state. At the moment, we can say that the progress of our state does not deserve the kind of 50 years celebration that the government pushes for. But I hope that these things change if our leaders wishes to do so.
As a youth, I would like to see more opportunities for our aspiring youths and our future generations with new infrastructures in every field with equal opportunities and fairness. Lastly, I would like to conclude with individually we are a drop and together we make an ocean. So let's work together to make our state better than it already is. Thank you, Kubleshapur.
Allow me to place on record my humble gratitude to all the tall personalities who led from the front, sacrificed immensely in the fight for statehood. Meghalaya has come a long way and is moving in a very strong way. What Meghalaya needs at the moment is to place sustainability, environmental conservation, and a strengthening community level governance at the core of all its developmental efforts. Let's join our hands together in building a clean, green, and sustainable Meghalaya. Khoble, Jai Hind, Jai Meghalaya.